Hey, I want to touch on a subject really quick that's near and dear to my heart, and it's called toxic coaching. Listen, I did 30 years in the military, and we've had massive classes on toxic leadership. And even to this day, they still struggle with this problem. And then I would just explain why it's a prevalent problem in society. Is because as a coach or even as a military person, it is your job to train the next generation to be in leadership roles. The problem you have is if you have a toxic leader or a passive-aggressive leader who wears their feelings on their shoulders, they pass that behavior on to multiple individuals who believe that is the correct way to be because data points they have success. Just because you have success doesn't mean it's healthy. And I've seen that even in coaching now. I watch coaches stack teams, win a ton of stuff, and as long as you're stacking the team, you're good, but you're not coaching. Anybody can take talent, put it all on one team, let the talent work itself out, and win a game. That's just a known fact. And in the military, it's the same thing. If I get the best soldiers in a unit, that should be the best platoon, as long as there's some leadership within that platoon. However, here's the deal. As coaches, it's our responsibility to train the next generation to be better versions of us. And that doesn't happen more so than it needs to. And also, we have a lot of coaches that leave the system bitterly and pass on their bitterness as they leave to the next generation that takes over, or they destroy an organization on the way out the door because of whatever reason, and then the organization is left in dire straits. At the end of the day, it's about the people, and it's about the student athletes that we need to be concerned about and make sure that we have a healthy environment. There's a whole nother book or subject I could talk about on toxic parents or delusional parents. We'll leave that subject for another day. But today, my message is out to the coaches is, are you being a positive role model to the next coaches? Are you facilitating and allowing cussing and rap music to dominate your locker room? Are you not having any discipline? Are you feeling that if you have discipline that you're going to lose players? I would rather lose players that are undisciplined and cause my team to have a cancer in the locker room instead of being able to have a disciplined, well-organized, well-behaved group of student athletes playing for me. So in so many cases that we stand back and we allow a lot of bad behavior to happen and we make it acceptable because we're worried about losing a player, and that's a problem. Yeah, I realize a lot of problems start at home with the parents, or a lot of problems start within the environment those children or the student athletes grow up in. But as that one buffer zone or that one positive person, it is your responsibility as a coach when you're talking about alleviating toxic coaching within your staff is that you make sure you have coaches that are trained to do what they're supposed to do and make sure we coach up. I have never had a student athlete. I've had coaches tell me 100 times, oh, that kid can't play quarterback, he's trash, this kid can't do that. You know why? Because you don't know how to coach. It's your job to understand the skill set and put somebody in the best situation to win. Do they always start? No. But as coaches, that is the key thing. You are supposed to coach and groom people. But yet we don't do that anymore. We look for horses and dogs to be able to run and do what we need to do right away, and everybody else is just behind us. And that's failed coaching, and that's toxic coaching. Because at the end of the day, every player should come to practice every week. There should be a challenge for somebody else's position, and those kids should be able to compete to remove a person that's in a starting job. And if you're not allowing that to happen, you're part of the problem. I mean, every week there was one day of practice. It was called challenge. You literally could challenge someone for their job. And it was a fair assessment. We've had a lot of starters not start because of that. Sadly, we've gotten away from that. We go with favoritism, peer pressure, social media pressure, all these different things come up, and everybody's saying this person needs to be starting that. No. You let a kid that's putting the work in, taking the time to grind, and you let them challenge that person that's in that starting job for that job. It's the fall back to The Rock and Warren Sapp. Warren Sapp challenged The Rock for his position at University of Miami and took the job. So why aren't we doing that now? All right, with that being said, get out of favoritism, guys. Get back to coaching and give kids opportunity. And maybe the diamond in the rough just needs an opportunity to start. All right, talk to you later. Bye.